Hi everyone, I'm coming on to share my design team project for Scrimpy's Craft Boutique. I will be uploading a few videos showing different elements of how I put the book together after this. I've got one on how I constructed the actual wooden elements. Then I have got one on how I've constructed the page. So there's a few, oh, excuse me, I'm shattered this morning. But anyway, let's crack on. So this is the Doily Book. See if I can position this camera a bit better. Come on, be nice. Right, so the book covers, the Doily Book covers are the two wooden hearts, okay? So that's the covers, and I like the illusion that these are soft and fluffy and they don't look like wood. I love that. It's kind of a trick of the eye. So what I've done is each cover has been covered with felt first of all. Then I layered muslin on it. Then I surrounded it with lace. And then in between that I have added pearls around the wooden part. Just in case someone catches its eye, I wanted it to look soft. And then I embellished it. So this page I have used a frame from Fernley Designs that was gifted to me by Mel Gibson, Melissa. The applique here I cut in half and attached it on either side of the frame. These appliques were from Scrimpy's. I then added this, which is also a trim that was sold at Scrimpy's Craft Boutique, and the acrylic bow. And it was just to kind of emphasise the length of it. The floral arrangement is just a mixture of nice creams, ivories, whites, really serene colours, because I felt the look of the lady in the graphic was very serene. The graphic is just printed on card, and then I've used glossy accents just to give it a bit of protection. The flowers, as I said, there's a good variety there, and most of these are available from Scrimpy's. The baby's breath she gets in stock. The large white rose she gets in stock. The cherry blossoms, where are they? There's one there. There's another one in here. She also stocks them. These white roses, she also stocks them. So there is quite a lot of stuff on there that has been stocked from Scrimpy's, and these were in my design team kit. And then I have been over it with, the frame was painted with white acrylic, but it just wasn't special enough. I'm going to put this light up a wee bit just so you can see the sparkle on the frame now. There you go. So the frame just looks fantastic now. And I actually used, and I'm very surprised, it's the first time I've used it, and I really wasn't sure how it would have went, I don't even know what I've done with it now. What's there? I wasn't sure how it went. I'm a stickles girl. I have been for many years. But in another kit that I bought from Amanda, excuse me, this was part of it, and it's fantastic. It's just as good as stickles, and if I can say it, it's actually a bit thicker than stickles, so I would buy that again, definitely. So that's what's round the frame, just to give it that extra wee bit of pizzazz. And the trim going round it is also from Scrimpy's, obviously. Then we've got this page. Oops. The flower was made using trims from my DT kit. I've then used 2 jellyfish lace, tasselled laces, appliques that Amanda also sold, and then I've added one of the wee flower appliques that you get off eBay. The rhinestone is also from Scrimpy's. I've added a selection of flowers, again the white rose you can get from Amanda, and the small, oops, there's a wee dog hair there that I don't want. The cherry blossoms you can get from Amanda, and I've got another one in that side. And I've just used some nice pink tones because it was pink in the flowers that the lady was surrounded by. This is one of the bows that Amanda sells. Wait, I'll just pull one out to let you see it. There we go. So this is a bow that Amanda sells, and I just cut it up the centre and just tucked it under just to give it a wee bit of length. This was an applique that Amanda also gave out in a kit a while ago, and again I've just used a part of it just to give it a bit of length, and I've added the baby's breath up there just to soften it. Again, we've got the muslin covering the heart, and it just gives it that soft look. You don't even know that that was a wood base, but I didn't want it to be too floppy, so that was why I used the wooden hearts as my front and my back cover. And to put the holes in them, I used my crocodile. I initially used the crocodile once I had felted it, and it wouldn't go over it. It was a real struggle. So the second heart I used it without the felt on it, and it went through it like a dream. Oh, excuse me. So it was great for doing that. And these are the basic pages that I've made up for my book, and I have used a CD as my template, and what I used then was white felt, which was in my design team kit, and cut it down to the size of the CD. I just went round it with a pencil and then cut it down. Then I went round it with the trim, just on that very edge. You'll see there, there's virtually no hem there at all. Went round it with my trim, and then I put my doily in the centre, and I'll embellish that as I go along. because I've got quite a few pages here and I want the perfect image for it. I have never done a doily book before, and the doilies I have were too small to use as the main feature, so that was why I used the CD size. I think that's a better size for me, but I will embellish when I find the perfect images. The other side, the exact same setup, only a different doily, and it's all been done with hot glue. I haven't stitched anything. Another page, trim going round it. This trim, I have had a bit of bother with it buckling. It was starting to pucker, which I didn't want, so I've actually cut into the lace, and it makes it look that tattered way, and it takes the puckering out it, so it worked really well. This side I went round it with a smaller trim. I'm not 100% happy with that. I think I probably will go over that with something else, maybe some bead trimming or something, I don't know. It will depend on what I embellish it with. If I can find a graphic that's big enough, then I may not need to, but at the moment I'm a bit undecided with that page. Then we've got this one here. Again, same scenario, just a different doily. And again, and again, same scenario, and last one that's empty. So as I said, they're really simple. This is one I've decorated, and I've only put the trim on one side. I have added a butterfly that I've made myself, and it's got wire in the wings so they're repositionable, and I just like it. I've used the trim that was in my DT kit to add a butterfly trail, and I think it's quite simple. I will add a sentiment of some sort in here, but for now that's it done. I have then done this page here. I have used the inside of the frame from the front and got this off of Pinterest, and it's just a wee cherub and it was holding a heart. I cut out the hearts that were on the trim. This was in my DT, and I've added them just dotted around just to add that touch of pink into it. I've got a small floral arrangement there just with some whites and pinks, and then I've cut out a wee tag and just wrote blessed on it. I have then got this page here. This was the image that was sent in my DT pack. I have surrounded the image with a trim. I have then went round the image with a flat back pearl, and then I've used this braid just to soften it. I've then used these appliques that Amanda also sells as a trim, and they are so versatile. And what I've done is I have actually used it as if it looks as though it's flown the full way through, and I think it looks quite pretty like that. I have then got another floral arrangement here. This is from Amanda's store. These were in my design team pack. The lilies Amanda also sells, and I've just added a small bit of muslin there as a leaf effect. I've just kind of folded it and manoeuvred it into that type of look. Again, the image I have put glossy accents on just to protect it, and I think it's come out really well. Back page, I have added a fabric flower. Then I have used the baby's breath. Oops, that green bit's not meant to be there. I've used a few cherry blossoms. I have used another one of the ones that was in my design team pack. I've added a few wee touches of pink because there's pink in the girl's image. I've heavily distressed the image. I have used the applique that was on that page there. This was actually a full applique and I cut it down into sections. So this is like the centre of it, that was the bottom of it. And I've just used it as, because no one's going to see it behind the image, so you just cut it down and bring it out where people are going to see it. Coming down from the floral arrangement, I have added a little bit of pearl trim and it's got leaves on it, which I think is so pretty. The bottom of the image, I have added one of the wee bows that was in my DT pack, and also a little bit of trim that I had in my stash. It's probably been from Scrimpy's, and one of the wee acrylic hearts which is from Scrimpy's. So that is what I've come up with, and as I said, it is a work in progress. There will be obviously additions to it, but I really like, and I've only put it together using a bit of white ribbon, and then just put a wee bow on the front of it. Now it is obviously quite loose so that I can turn the pages and things, because if it was any tighter I wouldn't be able to turn the pages and that would be pointless. But it obviously can be tightened to make it look presentable. And yeah, that's been it really. I will of course, I thought I had seen something dangling there, maybe not. I will of course be adding some videos up showing different aspects of how I've put the album together. I have one on the heart, I have got one decorating, I think it might have been decorating that page there. I have also shown how to assemble the doily pages, so I will be uploading them and letting you see. If there is any questions about how I've done anything, please ask. If you're needing anything else broken down, just ask me. 95% of the materials I have used are available from Amanda's store. I will leave the link in the description bar. The cheesecloth is from Scrimpy's. The trims, 95% of them are for Scrimpy's. The doilies I got from Amanda. As I said, I would say 95% of it is from Scrimpy's. There is only the odd thing that isn't. The images I have got from Pinterest and just printed out. That image was from a book from The Works, I think it was. You get a wee book of 10 images for £1, and they're handy. I've distressed that page with hickory smoke just round the edges, just to soften it a wee bit. But anyway, as I said, that's it. So any questions, feel free to ask. And I'm quite happy with it. I think it looks really, really soft and pretty. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I hope you enjoy my project, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.